Whovians, long time no see, and it's us back here once again. And you know what? Earth Station Who has a very special event this week. We are celebrating our 400th episode. That's right, folks. Woohoo! So we have been doing this for 14 long years of pure joy of Doctor Who. And it's been a ton of fun to be able to do it. And thank you for everyone who has stuck by us through this. Or if you're a new listener who we met at Pensacon, thank you for joining us. And, thank you everybody who did join us at Pensacon. It was a blast. And we'll talk a little bit later about that during the show. But let me say hi to our crew this week, the man who has been with me since the very beginning of this. Let's say howdy to Mr. Mike Gordon.
Howdy. Yes, I'm the original, one of the original guys here. I haven't regenerated.
No. You look like you're getting kind of close though, sir.
Everything is prepared for.
Kind of goes with the topic we're talking about tonight, which is even better. That was good, Mikey. Very good. And sir, thank you so much for sticking with it. And it has always been a pleasure to do these recordings with you.
Absolutely. Same here. And can I just say too, I liked Doctor Who when we started, but I really was the guy who was I don't want to say newbie, because I had experienced Doctor Who, but I hadn't experienced it all the way. Like, as we'll talk about, I got my start with the Fourth Doctor, but I really had not a lot of experience seeing other Doctors before we did this. So this was my way sort of in to do that. And it still is, and I'm still learning all the time. But I just love the franchise every step of the way. And doing this podcast has made me enjoy it much more, not just because of the stories that we've discussed, but also because of the community and the people that we discussed it with. So thank you.
Oh, very much.
It's a good thing you didn't end that sentence with, I liked Doctor Who when we first started the show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh no, that was some of our other co-hosts.
Yeah, that's so darn true. That is so darn. There's a few co-hosts we have who don't even watch the show anymore. They've given up on it and everything.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but we have wonderful folks elsewhere. Mary Ogle has been with us since episode 100. Welcome, Mary.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. It's fantastic to be here.
So this is your 300th
anniversary.
300th.
Yeah. And, and Mary's getting close to regeneration time also.
I don't feel a day over 299.
Exactly. Makes it even better. And of course, our newbie co-host, let's say hi to Melanie.
Hello, everyone. I'm one of the strays that the Doctor picks up on the TARDIS. So I just kind of joined in after a bit. Like, okay, I want to talk to as well.
Exactly. And we have a wonderful guest with us tonight. Welcome back to the show, Alan Siler.
Hey, everybody.
Or should I say podcaster, TV star, author.
TV star.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
So
you do
things.
everything now,
I do.
You're just everywhere. Welcome. How have you been, sir?
Mostly fantastic. Thanks for asking.
That's cool. Of course.
And we definitely have to thank you, Alan, because your support of our podcast from day one has been incredible. So we appreciate that through all the panels that you invited us to do at Hulanta, to just coming on the show and always supporting us. We really appreciate it.
Well, that's very sweet of you to say. Thanks. I appreciate that.
We appreciate you. There probably still wouldn't be an Earth Station Who if it wasn't for you. So it's cool.
I doubt that's the case, but I'll take it. Thank you.
Take it.
Yeah. So we can point the finger at Alan now.
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
It's all Alan's fault.
All Alan's fault. And tonight's topic, folks, we are talking all about the Fourth Doctor. That's right. We are looking at Tom Baker and what's so special about the Fourth Doctor. I thought that would be a great topic for 400. For 4, and Melanie's got her scarf. So, and it's awesome. And if I was better organized, I wouldn't just have a pop figure. I would have all the all 6 seasons of the Blu-rays of the seasons that they have. And so, they're only missing one of those. So it's pretty awesome. So there's a ton to talk about, because I think most people who, when they think of Doctor Who, they think of the Fourth Doctor. Up until Tennant came aboard, he was the face of Doctor Who. And so it's going to be a fun thing to talk about tonight. So we definitely would love to hear from you guys. Feedback at earthstationwho.com is the best way to get in touch with us. Or drop us a line up on Facebook or Instagram or whatever socials. We're up there. Just throw a dart. You're bound to hit one of us. So it's a good thing. So it's awesome. So definitely we got a lot to talk about tonight. Alan, we're going to put you in the geek seat in a little bit, but we are also going to talk about your new book you got. But we have a little bit of Doctor Who news first to hit. First big news, of course, which was everywhere online, is they found 2 old episodes, 2 of the lost episodes of Doctor Who from the first Doctor's era. And, the way they made it sound was, that these episodes were not in the best of shape, or, they were in like the cans and everything, but they were like in a ruined building or something, and really, not decapitated, but one of those like really dilapidated. That's what, decapitated, dilapidated.
One of those
D words, like doctor, exactly. But so we found the 2 episodes of the Dalek Master Plan from the first Doctor era, and they must have found them a bit ago, though, because they're getting ready to release them for the friends in the UK in April. So that is just pretty amazing stuff.
And in the collection, there was 6 of them. So the two of the 6 are the master plan, but the other 4 are going to be sent to, or were sent also to the BBC archive in case they happen to be either snippets or in the entirety a little bit cleaner copies of something they already have. So a little more hope there too.
There is, and this is the first time in 13 years they found a lost episode. So that is just, to me, that's just amazing. That there's still chances of us getting. Could we say it in our lifetime? Maybe getting a complete run of Doctor Who.
Well, and 13 years ago, when at that point there hadn't been any new discoveries in a long, long time, and that one was a return of 11 episodes, 11 missing episodes, and that is enormous. Right. So even though this is 13 years later and it's only 2 episodes, it still means that there are things to be found.
Yeah, exactly. And, there's collectors, and I hate to be morbid, but people are dying off and everything. And, these people, as their estates are people are going through them, and, oh, what's this? Film. Oh, let's see what Doctor Who, or, some other old 1960s BBC shows or such. It's just amazing with that. So I think that's pretty cool, the thought of it. And, so folks, go up to grandma's attics. That's what we're telling you, or their basements, and see what they got. So you never know what you'll find. You might actually be surprised what you might find. So, yeah. So
my understanding is that we got 2 episodes, and I guess there was one other episode that existed before this that they had, and now
this makes a total of 5 episodes from Master Plan
out of the 12, right? Because it was 12.
We already had 2,
Goodness
5,
gracious,
and
12.
10.
Right.
Yeah. So this makes 1, 2, and 3 as a complete run.
Gotcha.
Right. Still don't have episode 4, and then we have 5. So the first half of the story is pretty well accounted for at this point.
Gotcha.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Alan, do you know if they have the audio of it, of like any of the episodes or anything?
Yeah. It says on the article I saw, it said that all the audio recordings exist for all the episodes.
Yeah, for everything. Yeah,
because I think it was released as an audio book.
It was
right.
Yeah.
So it would be kind of cool if they would be possible, if they could do the animation maybe for the missing episodes still or
I
something.
mean, if they need to,
That's
sure.
that would
Yeah.
be great, but they've said what a difficult job it would be. This one and the Highlanders are the two that they don't feel would be easily animated, because this one, for the Highlanders, all the characters wear tartan patterns, and that's incredibly hard to animate. This one, every couple of episodes, you're changing locations, you're adding new characters, so it's not like one like collection of set pieces that they're designing and it stays the same for the whole series. They have to do new sets, new characters, everything for every like couple of episodes. So it's
Sure,
a
sure.
lot to do.
No, that
The
totally
thing that-
makes sense.
The thing that
Yeah.
excites me about this story in particular, though, it's one of the few, because I don't know if I've actually seen an episode with Sarah Kingdom as a companion. And I
Oh.
love Jean Marsh,
Yeah.
and so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing that. Plus, I understand this is the debut of Nicholas Courtney in Doctor Who, even though he's
That is
not
right.
playing the Brigadier.
That's
Correct.
right.
A
So that
mustacheless Nicholas Courtney.
mustacheless, yes. So
Yes.
so those both are pretty exciting things to the franchise. So
Mm-hmm.
That would be awesome if we could finally get all of that. So fingers crossed. You know what? It's cool to see. And if we get a chance to be able to see the episodes that were found, why not? I'll watch the first 3, and that'll just whet my appetite for, everything. But I did read the Target novelization of it. So, I do have some,
Those were good.
Yep, they were. So it was pretty cool because that was way back in high school when I did that. So it's pretty awesome. Other Doctor Who news. God, we've had no Doctor Who news for so long, and now it's all being forced down our throat, which is awesome. All right. 10th Doctor is returning. That's right, folks. Not to the Christmas special, folks. Don't get your hopes up with that. But the 10th Doctor is returning to Big Finish. David Tennant has announced that he is coming back to record new 10th Doctor adventures. No details officially, and there's rumors, but we're not going to get into that right now. But, the stories that he did, the ones he did with River Song, the other stories he did for Big Finish were just amazing. And just hearing Tennant, it's just awesome. I would just sit around and listen to him read the phone book. So him being the 10th Doctor just makes it even better.
according to Big Finish, it's 15 new stories, 12 of which are going to be released bi-monthly starting next year. And then the other 3 are a brand new box set in which the 10th Doctor will team up with another Doctor. So that's exciting.
Yeah,
So,
it's like a 2-year project, basically.
yeah, so that's really cool. So we're getting like individual stories, but we're also getting team ups, which is fun. They handle that usually pretty well with Big Finish. So that's really cool. At first I was like, really, we're going to go back to 10? I mean, I was kind of surprised that we weren't going to get, like, with David, some adventures of 14, but I guess the jury's still out on what could happen with the 14th Doctor. So I guess maybe they don't have maybe the license to do that.
Yeah, I bet they don't have the rights to do
I
that.
would imagine not. I'm sure they
Maybe
don't
you could
have-
team up the 10th with the 14th.
There you go.
I mean, you got both of the actors right there in the room.
Exactly. Hey, they would save some money on that. That would be kind of cool. That would be cool. So yeah. So look at that for that probably in 2027. So it should be awesome to be able to see. Other Doctor Who news. Still no news here in the United States or around the world, actually, outside of the UK, about the war between the land and the sea. Wah, wah, wah.
Boo.
Yeah, exactly. We talked about that a little bit when we were at Pensacon. So, and people were asking, do we ever think we'll see it?
Who
Fingers
knows?
crossed. Fingers crossed. Who knows? So, we'll wait and see. And, knowing Disney or knowing our luck, they'll probably announce it right after we hit stop on recording tonight. So
You know, you keep saying that, hoping it's going to be true. But
yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I wish they would.
Hey, I was a little Jewish boy growing up. I always hoped Santa would come, and I would say it all the time before it came. Still didn't happen.
How did that work out for you?
Yeah, exactly.
The same way that the war between the land and the sea is working out for me. So there you go. So there you go, kids.
We'll still be waiting by episode 600. We'll still be waiting.
Right.
So we'll gift you a VPN.
Exactly. Hello, sir. Can I please have a VPN? You want a VPN? God, we can make a musical after that. That would be kind of fun. But yeah, so we'll have to see what happens. For those who have seen it, good luck. We might. We'll just see. We'll just have to wait and see. But we're still getting the Christmas special. There's been more rumors circulating. I heard, though, pretty well done that filming is starting in September for this, just because the actors who are lined up to be in the show, filming schedules and such. So,
well, that doesn't leave them much time to do post-production, because that takes a long time on these kind of shows.
Well, they don't have Disney money anymore, so
right. They can't afford any effects.
Back to basics.
Get them on the
wrap. It's just going to take place on the TARDIS.
It'll take place on the TARDIS, and I know of a quarry that they'll be able to use or two. So I think you never know, and we'll have to wait and see what actually happens.
We don't even know. Do we know anything? Like, we don't even know what doctor it's going to be or anything, right? Like, we don't know anything.
We don't know that there will be a doctor.
Yeah, we know nothing.
Wow.
No.
So if they do, like if you say they film it all on the TARDIS, that's great, because then there won't be leaks. There won't be fans gathering at location shoots to take photographs, and things get out, and they can keep everything under wraps. And if they introduce a new doctor, it can be a big secret. That's the way I want it to happen.
Yeah, I would love that too.
Agree.
I agree with that. And, like we talked about recently, that, is RTD going to even be the showrunner after the Christmas special?
Yeah, we don't know.
We don't know. We don't know who's going to be the new showrunner.
We don't know that there's going to be like anything following this for a while.
Right. Are we about to go into the wilderness years again?
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't know. And kind of crummy with that. Happy joy, folks. But yeah.
That's all right. There's 60 plus years of older stuff to talk about on podcasts. We don't.
Oh yeah,
we don't need new episodes.
It's funny. Yeah,
we should do a Doctor Who podcast or something. It would be great.
Right. We've done 400 episodes, but we have not done we haven't finished the series. We've barely scratched the surface on Big Finish and other extended universe stuff. So yeah, I mean we're good with it.
We're never going to run out of material.
Never.
Never.
We're never going to get to Trial of the Time Lord.
What? That's right.
Well, when you do, have me on.
I think we can make that happen.
We can make that happen. Yes, we definitely can.
Certain Torchwood episodes to still be on the TBA.
Yes.
Or TBD. Right. We're just going to keep pushing that one off.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Life's so damn depressing as it is right now.
Really?
And that final year is going to be not a great year for us. We're going to, K9 and Company.
No, it gets worse when we do the Australian K9 show. That makes it even worse. Oh, God. Please shoot me now. But yes, we will see. We will see. But on some good news, though, they've announced a new head of BBC. His name is Matt Britton, and he is a former Google exec. And yes, it is actually. And the big news with that is he is a huge Doctor Who fan. He was a Whovian as a kid, and he's been, ever since. And he's excited for the future of Doctor Who. He's even come out and said that. And so, It's pretty awesome. So I'll be very curious to see, what that does. Is his willingness, if he's going to work with a streaming partner or what, how they're going to redo it. And we'll be very curious to see. And, I think, I have some opinions, so I might have to drop him a line on my Google Messenger or something,
There you go.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
so it'll be interesting to
I'd
see.
love to talk to you.
Oh yeah, another Doctor Who podcaster.
Hey, Matt, we have a Doctor
Yeah.
Who podcast. Why don't you come on it?
Exactly.
Who was your
Exactly.
first Doctor? We'll put you in the geek seat.
Yeah. Hey, wait a minute. Speaking of that, we might as well jump into that. Get away with the news. Segue. I like how you did that, Alan.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, Alan. So we're going to put you in the geek seat in a little bit, but I would love you to talk about the new project you've got going on, my friend.
Okay, sure. I have a two volume set that just came out. 2 books that are called Time Flight: 65 Years of Doctor Who History.
Ooh.
Volume 1 goes from 1960, 3 years before the TV show hits, up through 1989, and Volume 2 is 1990, literally to the end of 2025, because I held off on. I had it all ready to go, and I was going to put it out, and then we didn't know when War Between the Land and the Sea was going to air or anything. Like, it was so in limbo. And then as I was about to wrap the book up, BBC was like, screw Disney, we're just going to show this thing in December. And I thought, okay, well, then I will wait and I'll watch Land and Sea, and then I'll review that, and that'll close out the book. And so here it is out in the world. So this is like a little history of the Doctor Who franchise, not just the TV series. It hits all the important developments of the TV series, all the first and last, the comings and goings of doctors and companions and showrunners and all those kind of things. But it also talks about the very first Doctor Who convention, the formation of the very first fan group, key conventions throughout the year, the launch of Big Finish, the launch of Doctor Who magazine, all those kind of important points that happen throughout the timeline of Doctor Who are covered in a big chronological layout in the book. So, and it's decently illustrated. It's got a lot of infographics and things like that throughout it. So it's kind of a fun read, if I do
That's
say so
awesome.
myself.
Well, it sounds like with all the detail you have in it and everything, it sounds like, you probably researched this one for years and everything, building up to
it. 4 years?
Wow.
Maybe 4 years?
I was going to say, wasn't it like her entire life?
Yeah.
Well, that's true. That is true.
Yes.
Part of it was that as I was going through it, I kept changing my mind about what I wanted to do with it. And then it was going to be a single volume, and then it was going to be 3 volumes, and then it became 2 volumes. And then I was like, well, if I'm going to include Big Finish, important Big Finish dates, then I should put in important novels and comics and the radio plays and things like that, the first films, all that stuff. So I kept thinking, oh, well, if I put that in, then I got to put this other thing in. So it kept expanding, and it changed format about 43 times. And it was a fun project, but I'm glad it's over and out in the world.
Awesome. And how could people find the books?
Easily found on Amazon, or you can just go to my website, which is Cosmic Creative, KOZMIC Creative.com, and you'll find all the information about it there. And you can read a little description of what the whole thing is about, and book trailer, all kinds of things. So lots of stuff to do.
Nice.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
I'm actually looking forward to picking that up.
Awesome.
Yes, and definitely we'll have a link to it up in our show notes. But the true meaning for you to be here, of course, we joked about it earlier, but you're going into the Whovian geek seat, my friend.
Excellent.
Which is no joke.
It is no joke.
I've been standing all day, so finally I get to a seat to sit in.
Exactly. We'll just strap you down, and it'll be good. So, all right, Alan, your first Whovian geek seat question is: who was your first Doctor?
My first Doctor was the first 5 of them, because the first Doctor Who I ever saw was the original broadcast of the 5 Doctors. on
How did-
November 23rd, 1983.
How did you find it? Just
It was
by chance?
confusing as heck, but I was,
Still is.
and it still is, but I was really, I mean, just captivated by it, obviously.
Right.
And, that really kind of that changed everything for me. Like, that became my new obsession. It was, I went out and started buying books and magazines so I could figure out, because when you come in on something on its 20th anniversary, and it was a show that really referenced its own past very heavily in lots of different ways, I was like, I have got to learn about all this stuff. So I just started reading and watching as PBS reran older episodes. So they were in the middle of their Tom Baker run, coincidentally for our show tonight, when the Five Doctors aired. So the following Saturday, they went right back to their regular schedule, which was the Mask of Mandragora. So that was my second
very
Doctor Who
cool.
story I ever saw.
Oh, very cool. That is awesome. So yeah, it's interesting. So it gets into what we'll talk about later, us mostly with Tom. So which Doctor would you want to travel with?
I love them all. I don't know. It'd be hard to pick. So
Okay.
any of them. Seriously, I would take any of them.
All good chaps.
Maybe not Pertwee, because he could be kind of rude sometimes. But
yeah, and you could almost get strangled by the Sixth Doctor, and
yeah.
So
yeah,
true. And then set up to something bad from the Seventh Doctor, and it just keeps up.
Yeah, good point.
So,
good point.
Yeah, okay. What Doctor would you not want to travel with, or did you just answer that one?
No, none of them. I would take any of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, not a very interesting answer, but it's the truth.
Hey, it's the truth. That's what we want on it. What geeks you out the most about Doctor Who?
The longevity, the internal history of it, that it will frequently reference its own history. Like the first one ever saw, the Five Doctors, it's done that many times. And when you have a showrunner or a scriptwriter that knows Doctor Who and understands its history, even if it's just a tiny little reference, like a throwaway line that just references the Aztecs or something like that, that just thrills me to no end.
Yeah, totally understand that. That's cool. What turns your geek off about Doctor Who?
When the franchise isn't treated the way it should be.
Okay.
Should I elaborate?
I'm thinking about Disney right now.
I don't want to get myself in trouble.
Fandom. Oh, no.
Well, I'm not a big RTD fan, and I think that a lot of what's happened in his second run has been awful. And not just that I don't like the writing, but I just feel like it's been handled so badly. And that might not just be him. That there's a lot of factors involved, but I just think Doctor Who is in kind of a low place right now because of the way that the last few years have gone.
No, makes total sense, actually. That totally makes sense. Which Doctor Who companion would you like to meet the most?
All of them.
All of them?
I would love to meet, characters. I would love to meet Leela. I think Ace would be fun to hang out with. I think Donna would be a hoot. I adore Martha. Ruby is she's cool. I would love to hang out with her. Any of them. Jamie. Oh my God, how much fun would Jamie be?
Oh yeah, very true.
Any of them. And I love Bill, so I would hang out with Bill all the time.
Which Doctor Who villain would you not like to meet?
Oh, the Daleks, because they'll just exterminate me without blinking an eye or blinking an eye stalk.
Yeah.
And I don't have any defense against that, so I would be just immediately a goner.
Yeah, you wouldn't stand a chance. None of us would. Well, Mary might, because she's a Dalek sympathizer. So.
Yeah, they're my heroes.
Okay,
exactly.
There's one behind you.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you talking about?
Don't tell her. We promised a regeneration in this episode. No.
There you go.
Violent way to do it.
What was your favorite Doctor Who geek out moment?
Well, as you guys know, I ran a Doctor Who convention for 17 years, and I got to meet a lot of people. And I think, well, I was actually going to say one thing, but I think I'm just on the spot changed my mind to a different answer, and that was having director Rachel Talalay come over to my house for a cookout to watch the very first Jodie episode.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Whoa.
Well, that is awesome.
That's an amazing.
I'm such a name dropper.
That is awesome, though.
Yeah, she was amazing. I love that woman so much.
That is cool. That is really, really cool. What was your most disappointing Doctor Who geek out moment?
It would be the persons that we tried to get as guests at my convention that never worked out. Sometimes in multiple cases. Sometimes it was a one-off, like we tried to get somebody and then it turned out that their schedule wouldn't line up, and then we never got another opportunity to do it. Or there was a couple of somebodies who we tried on multiple occasions and it never worked out. And so any of those people would have been amazing as guests, and I was always disappointed when we weren't able to get them.
Was it a lot of times like financial or just schedules and such?
Mostly schedule. I mean, there weren't very many. I don't think we had any. Well, there was some Stargate guests that we just could not afford, because at that point, American actors or Canadian actors in their case, were charging a lot of money, and the classic Who guests still weren't charging as much as, what you would get for one of the new series Doctors or something. So we never really ran into that much trouble. It was usually just the schedule.
Yep. No, that totally makes sense. And you still, for a show of your size, you got some amazing guests, my friend. It was always amazing. It was amazing each year to see, oh, you got Jackie, you got Ace, you got, Perry, you got Missy. You got frippin' Missy at your.
I know.
That was our first American convention. If I'm not mistaken,
that was her first convention.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. And
even though she told other conventions after that they were her first. The second one she did was in Texas, and she told them that they were the first. And then I was at Gallifrey 1 that following February, and she said on stage in front of 2,000 people that this was her first, and they had popped her convention cherry. And I jumped out of my seat, and I was like, that's not true.
You can't trust that Missy.
No,
you can't.
Hey, but not just the people in front of the camera, but I want to thank you too for getting all the people behind the scenes that you got, because you really paid attention to that. And if it wasn't for you, I would never have met Terrence Dix. So I appreciate that.
Very much so.
And people like that. So I appreciate that you just didn't get the people like in front, but you understood that the people behind the scenes were just as important and had really great stories.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I love those folks.
Oh, you got Andrew Cartmel, you got, Terrence Dix, you got so many folks from Big Finish. It was just amazing, sir. It was just awesome. And thank you for letting us be. We do miss it. And
I do too.
We really, appreciate being part of it. And we said, and, thank you for. All right, Geek Seat, back to that. Instead of we gushing here.
I think there's just one more question to go.
There is. What or who would you like to see on Doctor Who?
Oscar the Grouch.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
We'll find out that he is actually the leader of the planet of the Duggadoos.
I still have that damn song going through my head.
We all do now.
Yeah.
I can easily understand why he left that planet.
Yeah.
Right.
Why he's grouchy.
Yeah, and why he's grouchy.
He has
He has that song forever in his head.
Oh yeah, I would be too. So there you go, and explains the garbage can too. So gotta stop the noise. So it's awesome, and his garbage can is bigger on the inside. So
Of course it is, just like Snoopy's doghouse.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. All right, Alan, I'm very happy to say you have made it through the geek seat. Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
This was, you were sweating there at times, I could tell. Mike Gordon, please tell the young man what he's won.
You have won a lifetime subscription to,
Earth Station Who?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, that'd be good. We give those away for free.
Earth Station Who, the home game.
Yeah, you get to click that subscribe button.
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
But if I already have, then what do I get?
You get Mike Gordon's gratitude for the rest of your life.
Hey, I'll take it.
Yeah.
That's valuable.
Yes, it is. There you go. Alan, thank you so much as always. Where can people find your book?
Search for it on Amazon under my name, R. Alan Siler, or just visit my website, cosmiccreative.com.
Okay, and we will have a link up to in the show notes, folks. So definitely. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back in a moment, and we will be talking all about the Fourth Doctor, Tom Baker. Welcome back. Now we're all talking about the Fourth Doctor. That's right, folks. A lot of us here on the show, actually, we could fade back with the doctor there. You have to watch the show, folks, to actually be able to see the special effects we've been adding to the show.
Special effects.
Yeah, the big budget, exactly, for episode 400. We have Disney money now. That's right.
Right.
We operate on the kind of budget the BBC is going to be going back to now.
Exactly. So you'll be seeing lots of Funko Pops appearing as the special effects.
Right.
The Doctor and the companions running. Blah, 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 blah. No. Anyway, so yes, we are talking about the Fourth Doctor, and folks, Tom was my first Doctor. I think Tom was a lot of our first Doctors here. Even Alan, who started with the Five Doctors.
One of my five.
Yeah, exactly. Even though technically he wasn't really in the episode. So
there was enough of him that I got a sense of who he is, though.
Oh yeah, of course. But and that was cool that we got to be able to experience it. And it's funny, up until David Tennant became the 10th Doctor, when any time you had any other show, media, articles about Doctor Who, it always showed Tom Baker as the Doctor. And that was kind of cool. You always saw the guy with the big teeth, curly hair, and the scarf. And in high school, all I wanted was to get a scarf. It was like my dream to get one of those. And it was awesome. And, I have artwork I did in high school and such with Tom Baker as the Doctor. And it was, the first computer animation I ever did was Tom Baker as the Doctor popping out of the TARDIS and saying hi, and that was in BASIC that I had to program it. So it was just pretty cool to be able to do stuff like that. But yeah, and so I'm going to be curious, what makes the Fourth Doctor so special? We're going to talk all about that. Let's find out,